Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here today. I want to ask you something important, a question that could change your English forever. Think about those mornings when you try to speak. The words come and go, some stay, some disappear. Your brain feels slow and heavy. Have you ever felt that your mind forgets too fast? That no matter how hard you study, English just won't stay inside your head? Now think of this. What if every English word you hear could stay in your mind easily? Wouldn't learning become much simpler? Many learners believe English is only about books, grammar, and memorizing lists. But that's not true. The real key is how your brain works. When you train your brain the right way, English feels light and natural. It stops being hard, and it even becomes fun. If you stay with me until the end, you'll see how your brain can become your best tool, not your biggest obstacle. You'll begin to learn faster, remember longer, and speak with more confidence. You'll realize your brain is ready to help you grow. Before we begin, I ask one small favor. If this lesson helps you, please click like. It helps more learners discover soulful English. And if you want more lessons like this, subscribe to the channel. Let's grow together, step by step, and make English part of your life. When you hear the word English, what picture appears in your mind? For many, it's grammar books, long exams, and endless study sessions. Maybe you studied hard, but during the test, your mind went blank. You tried to speak, but the words refused to come out. You listened to others speak and felt lost. You tried again, but your mouth froze. You felt small, weak, and maybe hopeless. But here's the truth. Your problem was never English itself. Your problem was never your memory. The real problem was your method. Nobody told you that English starts in the brain. Your brain is the most powerful machine you have in your life. It remembers faces, sounds, and emotions. It solves problems faster than any computer. It learns through connection and repetition, not stress. The same brain that helped you walk, talk, and eat can also help you speak English. You are not too old or too slow. You already have the tool you need. You just need to learn how to train it correctly. And that's what we'll do together. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you never use it, it stays weak. But small daily training makes it strong. Each short English practice is like lifting a small weight. It feels light today, but after weeks, your brain becomes powerful. One day you'll open your mouth and words will flow. English will not feel like study anymore. It will feel like part of life. Many learners believe some people are born with talent. They think, maybe she's smart. Maybe I'm not good enough. But that's not true. Science proves your brain can grow at any age. This is called neuroplasticity. Your brain can build new connections every time you practice, every word you repeat, every sentence you try. Plant a small seed. You may not see it now, but it's growing underneath. Water it daily with short, simple practice. Give it sunlight through repetition. One day your English will bloom like a strong tree. Mistakes are not the enemy. Your brain doesn't care if you're perfect. It only cares if you keep going and keep trying. Think about a baby learning to speak. The baby doesn't worry about being wrong. It speaks, laughs, and learns by using the language. That's how your brain works too. It learns through use, not through fear. If a baby can learn, so can you. How many times have you told yourself, I'm bad at English? Every time you say that, your brain believes it and stops learning from today. Change your words. Tell your brain, I can learn. I am improving. I am growing every day. These are powerful commands. When you say, I can, your brain starts searching for solutions. When you say, I can't, it closes the door and gives up. I remember a student named Anna. She believed her memory was bad. She said her brain couldn't learn new words anymore. I gave her one simple challenge. Every morning she had to say one English sentence aloud. I am strong. I am ready to learn. At first, she felt silly, but she did it for 30 days. Slowly, her brain began to change. Her confidence grew. She started remembering new words easily. She spoke faster and clearer. Her secret was not talent. It was consistent brain training. Now think about yourself. What if you gave your brain just 5 minutes of English a day? Wouldn't that change your progress completely? You could listen to a short story before bed. You could repeat one word 10 times while walking or waiting in line. These small actions may seem simple, but they are powerful. Each one is a drop of water that fills the ocean of your fluency. With daily practice, your brain builds stronger English connections. It becomes faster, more natural, and full of energy. Your brain is not your enemy. It's your best partner. It wants to learn. It just needs your daily signal to begin. When you stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will try, your brain wakes up and starts working for you. Each day of practice builds new strength. Each small effort creates lasting progress. Your English is already inside you, waiting to grow. Today is your first step. Your brain controls your English. Train it with patience and care, and your results will surprise you. You are ready. You are strong. The fact that you are here means your journey has already begun. Trust your brain. Train it with love and consistency. Very soon, English will no longer be something you study. It will be something you live. Your brain is ready to change, but it needs movement, not pressure. Each small effort you make is a message that says, keep going. The brain learns better through calm, steady repetition. Just like you can't build muscles in one day, you can't master English in one night. Each word you repeat creates a new connection inside your brain. It's invisible, but real. Your brain quietly builds stronger pathways every day. When you practice a little each day, your progress feels natural. English starts to live inside you, not just in your notebook. You stop worrying about grammar. You stop overthinking every sentence. You begin to trust your instincts and let the words flow. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, your brain learns. Every time you listen and repeat, your memory gets sharper. Don't wait for a perfect moment to start. The best moment is always now. Even 5 minutes is enough to train your brain. You can study during breakfast, while walking, or before bed. The secret is not time, it's repetition. Doing a little every day. Your brain doesn't like heavy loads. If you push too hard, it resists. But with small daily effort, it opens and grows faster. Each short practice tells your brain, this is important. That's how memory works, through gentle, consistent reminders, not stress or fear. You don't need a perfect plan. You only need one daily habit that keeps your English alive. Consistency will do the rest. Think of your brain as a garden. Each practice is like watering a plant. Skip too many days and the soil dries. Keep watering and it grows even on busy days. Do something small. Say one sentence aloud. Listen to a short clip. Write one line in English. That's enough. Your English journey is not about speed. It's about direction. Every small step, every small effort keeps you moving toward fluency. Your brain remembers what you use, not what you read once. That's why daily repetition is the strongest tool you have. When you use English daily, your brain sees it as part of life. It keeps the words active, alive, and ready when you need them. One short session a day beats hours of study once a week. Your brain prefers rhythm, not pressure. When you repeat, you create confidence. When you stay consistent, you create fluency. The power is already in you. Just keep going. Small actions build habits. Habits build strength. Strength builds fluency. And fluency builds freedom. The freedom to express yourself with ease. So today, don't aim for perfection. Aim for practice. Let each day feed your brain a small dose of English growth. The process is slow at first, but one day you'll speak without fear. You'll realize your brain has been preparing you all along. Your brain is your greatest ally. It wants you to succeed. All it needs is your trust and your daily attention. Speak even when it feels awkward. Listen even when it feels hard. Every effort is a seed of growth. Don't stop watering it. Be patient with yourself. Progress may be invisible today, but it's happening inside your mind, quietly, beautifully, and surely. When you continue, one day you'll open your mouth, and English will come naturally. That moment will be your reward for every small effort. You're building more than vocabulary. You're building a brain that believes in itself. And that belief changes everything. You're not learning just English. You're learning focus, patience, and courage. You're becoming the kind of person who grows every day. And that's the real goal. Not just speaking better, but thinking stronger, feeling braver, and trusting your own mind. Stay with me, because the next part will show you exactly how small daily habits create lasting change inside your brain. If you want your brain to learn faster, you must understand how it grows. The brain doesn't change through big effort once in a while. It changes through small actions repeated every day. Just like a tree doesn't grow tall in one night, your English grows through daily care. Imagine giving your brain a little water every day. One short story, one new word, one sentence spoken aloud. That's your water. When you feed your brain daily English, it starts to build roots. It becomes stronger, steadier, and more confident each week. But when you study too much at once, your brain feels tired, shuts down. It forgets faster because it's overloaded. The secret is balance. Small steps, small effort every day. That's how your brain stays fresh and keeps learning naturally. You don't have to study for hours. Even 10 minutes of focused English can bring real progress. It's not about time. It's about rhythm. Imagine this. 10 minutes a day equals over 60 hours in a year. That's 60 hours of active brain training without pressure or stress. In those 60 hours, your brain builds thousands of new English connections. Words flow faster. Sentences come naturally. You think more clearly. And one day you'll realize something simple but powerful. Your brain has already changed. You've become an English speaker, not just a learner. That's the beauty of daily practice. It doesn't shout. It whispers change into your life quietly and consistently until everything feels easier. Your brain loves patterns. It learns best when it repeats something again and again. Every repetition makes the path inside your memory stronger. Think of walking across grass. The first time, the path is rough. The second time, it's easier. The 10th time, a clear road appears. This is how daily practice works. Each word, each phrase, each short session builds a road in your brain for English to travel smoothly. Soon, those small roads connect into a network. Your brain doesn't need to search for words anymore. The sentences simply flow out. Let me tell you about one learner named Daniel. He was busy with work and had no time for long study sessions. So he made one simple rule: 5 minutes of English every morning while brushing his teeth. That's all, just 5 minutes. He listened to a short story, repeated one line aloud, and started his day. At first, he thought it was too small to help, but after 2 months, he could understand English songs. He could answer questions faster. He didn't translate anymore. His brain responded naturally. Daniel told me, "At first I felt nothing, but one day I realized my brain was changing. I was thinking in English without trying." That's the hidden power of small habits. They don't look big, but they build something deep and lasting inside you. If you skip practice for weeks, your brain forgets. But if you give it 5 minutes daily, it remembers and strengthens those English pathways. So don't wait for motivation. Motivation grows after you act, not before. The more you practice, the more your brain wants to keep going. When practice becomes daily, fear disappears. You no longer feel pressure to be perfect because you know you'll try again tomorrow. Even if you forget today, you'll see it again tomorrow. That's how learning becomes natural and stress-free. Your confidence rises, your memory sharpens, your English begins to live inside your brain as something comfortable and familiar. That's what daily practice gives you, not only progress, but peace. You stop fighting English, and you start enjoying it. Now, imagine your own day. In the morning, say one sentence aloud. "Today I will learn something new." That's one seed. At lunch, listen to a 2-minute English clip or podcast. Before bed, write one new word in your notebook and read it aloud. These tiny habits may seem small, but they are powerful. Together, they build the rhythm your brain needs to grow fast and strong. And when you keep that rhythm, something changes. English stops being a subject. It becomes part of your daily life. Your thoughts, your voice, your confidence, they all grow together. And your brain, once scared, now feels safe and excited to learn. That is the real secret. Not studying more, but studying smart, daily, gently, and with love for your progress. So keep going. Trust the process. Let small actions guide you, because one day soon, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. When you practice every day, you give your brain a message. English is important. Your brain listens, focuses, and begins to adapt. At first, progress feels slow. You may not notice the change immediately, but inside your brain, new pathways are forming quietly. Each small repetition strengthens your memory. Each word you say aloud builds confidence. Each minute of listening sharpens your understanding. That's why daily practice is so powerful. It's not about doing more. It's about doing a little every single day. Let's do a simple calculation. 10 minutes a day means 70 minutes a week. That's 5 hours of focused English every month. After 1 year, that's 60 hours of pure brain training. Imagine what your English will feel like after 60 hours of daily attention. You won't need to force words anymore. They'll come naturally. Your brain will recognize sounds, remember phrases, and form sentences easily. That's the magic of small steps. You don't notice them day by day, but one morning you'll speak without fear and surprise yourself. Your brain loves rhythm. It learns through patterns, not pressure. That's why daily practice beats long study sessions once a week. If you study too much in one day, your brain gets tired. But short practice every day keeps your energy and focus alive. Think of learning English like walking a path through a forest. Each time you walk, the trail becomes clearer and easier to follow. The first few times are hard. The grass is tall. The way is unclear, but the more you walk, the smoother it becomes. Your brain works the same way. Every repetition clears the path. Each sentence you practice makes your English road stronger and wider. Soon you'll have a highway of English in your brain, fast, easy, and automatic. That's how fluency is built. Let's look at another example. A student named Daniel was always busy. He said, "I have no time for English." I told him to start with 5 minutes a day, just 5. He listened to a short story every morning while brushing his teeth. At first, he felt nothing, but after 2 months, he noticed change. He could understand songs, respond faster, and think in English naturally. His secret was simple: daily action, not long hours. That's how he trained his brain without stress or pressure. The brain changes when you show up every day. It trusts you. It starts to open and grow stronger with every small effort. That's why consistency matters more than talent. It's not about who learns fast. It's about who keeps showing up, even for 5 minutes. If you want your brain to help you, give it simple daily challenges. Small actions are easier to repeat, and repetition is how you grow. When you practice daily, you remove fear. You stop worrying about mistakes because you know you'll try again tomorrow. This makes your brain relaxed and focused. Learning feels lighter, easier, and more natural than ever before. Daily repetition also improves memory. When you see the same word often, your brain marks it as important and keeps it longer. Think of walking through the same door every day. Soon you don't think, you just walk. That's what happens with English sentences too. Repetition builds confidence. Confidence builds fluency. Fluency builds freedom. The ability to speak without hesitation or fear. So if you ever feel tired, remember, one small step still counts. Even short practice keeps your brain alive and connected to English. It's better to practice for 5 minutes daily than to study for 5 hours once and stop for a week. Because your brain loves consistency, it grows stronger when it sees the same message again and again. Every time you practice, you're telling your brain, English matters to me. And your brain listens. It learns faster. You don't need perfection. You only need progress. One small step today will bring a big change tomorrow. Trust the process. Your daily actions are building something powerful inside you, a brain that thinks and feels in English. This is not just about learning a language. It's about building confidence, focus, and a stronger version of yourself. So today, take one small action, read one sentence, listen to one phrase, or speak one line out loud. That's enough to tell your brain, keep growing. And when you keep growing, English will slowly become part of who you are. Stay with me because the next part will help you train your memory so every new word you learn stays with you for life. Have you ever learned new words today and forgotten them tomorrow? You're not alone. Every learner faces this problem, memory that fades too fast. You study a list of words, but the next day they disappear. You feel angry, frustrated, and think your memory is weak. But the truth is simple. Your brain is not weak. Your method is. The brain doesn't remember empty lists. It remembers life, feeling, and action. Your brain keeps what feels meaningful. When a word connects to emotion, sound, or movement, it stays longer. That's how memory really works. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't memorize. You learned through experience, through play, sound, and love. You learned water because you were thirsty. You learned mother because you felt comfort. You learned play because you felt joy. Every word had a picture, a feeling, and a story. That's why your brain remembered them so easily. English works the same way. Let's take one word. Apple. If you only look at the letters, your brain forgets quickly, but add feeling and the memory changes. Imagine holding a real apple. Feel its smooth skin. Smell the sweet scent. Take a bite. Hear the crunch. Taste the juice. Now your brain wakes up. It says, "This is real. This is important." The word becomes a memory, not just letters on a page. The more senses you use, the longer you remember. Your brain loves pictures, sound, touch, and movement. That's how it locks memories in place. Another powerful tool is story. The brain remembers stories far better than lists. A single short story can hold many words together. If you learn the word rain, don't just repeat it 10 times. Create a small story. I walked home. The sky was dark. Rain fell on my face. You can feel that scene, right? Your brain does too. The next time you hear rain, the image returns instantly. That's memory in action. Let me tell you about a student named Sarah. She told me, "I study new words every day, but I forget them fast." I asked her, "Do you just read the words?" She said, "Yes." So I gave her a new method. Act the words out. If the word was run, she had to move her legs. If it was sleep, she had to close her eyes. If it was angry, she had to make a face. At first, she laughed. It felt strange, but after 1 month, her memory was stronger than ever. She said, "Now I feel the words in my body." That's how the brain works. It remembers what you do, not just what you see. Every action strengthens the memory path. Here's another secret. Don't just read words silently. Speak them out loud. When you speak, your mouth, ears, and brain work together. If you learn the word happy, say it with a smile. If it's sad, say it softly. The emotion helps your brain store it deeper. Each time you speak and feel, your memory becomes stronger. Words become part of you. You stop forcing yourself to remember. Think of your brain like a garden. Each new word is a seed. If you drop it once and walk away, it dies. But if you water it daily with sound, pictures, emotion, and story, it grows roots and becomes a living memory. Your goal is not to memorize. Your goal is to make words alive. The more alive they are, the longer they stay. So next time you study new words, Don't just write them, draw them, act them, speak them, feel them, connect them to your life. If the word is book, hold one in your hands. If it's walk, take a few steps. If it's friend, think of someone you love. Do it. And tomorrow you'll still remember. Next week, you'll still remember. Next month, those words will still be alive in you. Now ask yourself, what if you used this method for 100 words? You wouldn't just know them, you would own them. This is how real memory works. Not by pressure, but by connection. Not by repetition alone, but by emotion and meaning. Every time you learn with feeling, your brain grows stronger. Every time you move or speak, your memory gets deeper. Your brain is ready to remember. You just need to teach it in the way it understands best. Stay with me, because in the next part, we'll train something even more powerful: how to start thinking in English every single day. One of the biggest secrets to fluency is not just speaking with others. It's learning to speak with yourself in English inside your mind. We all have that inner voice that never stops talking. It reminds you of tasks, memories, and plans. Most of the time, it speaks in your first language. But if you want to train your brain for English, you must invite that inner voice to speak in English too. This changes everything. When your inner voice switches to English, your brain builds direct language connections. You stop translating. You start thinking naturally. Translation slows your brain. It makes you doubt, hesitate, and lose confidence. But thinking directly in English removes that wall completely. At first, it feels strange. You might think, I don't know enough words. But you don't need many words to start. Simple ones are enough. Start describing what you're doing. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I drink coffee, I go to work. These short lines are your brain training. Each small English thought creates a habit. Over time, your brain begins to use English automatically during daily life. You can also ask yourself questions in English. Before bed, say, "What did I do today?" Then answer, "I worked, I cooked, I learned 2 new words." In the morning, ask, "What will I do today?" Answer, "I will read, I will listen, I will practice speaking." These simple questions build rhythm. They keep English active in your thoughts from morning to night. Another great method is mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself. Say, "Hello, how are you today?" Then answer aloud, "I'm fine, thank you. I'm a little tired, but I feel good." Add more sentences each day. It's safe, private, and powerful. When you speak to your reflection, your brain believes you are communicating with another person. It helps you build real speaking confidence. Another powerful method is shadowing. Listen to a short English clip and repeat immediately after the speaker. Try to match rhythm and sound. Shadowing trains your brain to think fast. It helps your mouth and ears work together naturally like music following a beat. Don't worry about perfect pronunciation. Focus on rhythm, tone, and flow. Your brain learns more from real sound than from grammar rules. You can also use online journaling. Write 1 short English sentence each day. Today, I learned the word fresh. The weather was nice. 1 line is easy. After 1 month, you'll have 30 small sentences, 30 proof points of progress. Your brain loves visible results. Seeing progress makes you want to continue. That's how daily writing turns into a strong habit. You can also use sentence frames. These are like templates that help you build sentences faster. For example, I like liqueurs because an ending. Fill it in. I like music because it relaxes me. Or, I feel happy when I finish my English practice. Simple, effective, and powerful. Sentence frames give your brain structure. They help you think quickly without fear. Over time, you'll create your own sentences naturally. Here's a short routine you can follow daily. In the morning, think 3 sentences in English. In the afternoon, shadow 1 short clip. In the evening, write 1 line in your journal. This takes less than 10 minutes, but it changes how your brain works forever. Let me tell you about Alex. He was shy and quiet. He knew many words, but spoke very slowly because he always translated in his head. I asked him to think in English for 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes of simple thoughts. The sun is bright. The rice is hot. After 1 month, he answered questions faster. His mind didn't translate anymore. He said, "It feels like my brain lives in English now." That's the power of training your inner voice. When your thoughts switch languages, fluency becomes a natural part of your daily life. Here's a 1-week challenge to try. Day 1. Describe your morning in 5 short lines. Day 2. Shadow 5 sentences. Day 3. Ask, "What did I do today?" and answer in 6 lines. Day 4. Use 1 sentence frame 5 times. Day 5. Talk to the mirror for 2 minutes. Day 6. Write 1 journal line. Day 7. Review your week in English, then repeat it next week. You'll feel your brain grow lighter, quicker, and more confident with every cycle. When your inner voice starts using English, something magical happens. You stop learning English as a subject. You start living it as a language. Thinking in English changes your brain from the inside out. You don't have to force words anymore. They just appear naturally. That's how fluency begins. Not through long study, but through small daily conversations with yourself. Stay with me because the next part will help you take this transformation even deeper by building a brain that truly loves English. The strongest thing you can do is not just study English, but build a brain that truly loves English. A brain that feels joy when it hears it. When your brain enjoys English, learning doesn't feel like pressure. It feels natural, like doing something you already love. Too many learners connect English with fear. Fear of mistakes, exams, or being judged. That fear tells the brain, English means stress. And when your brain feels stress, it shuts down. It forgets faster, reacts slower, and loses confidence. That's why many learners feel stuck. But when you connect English with joy, everything changes. Your brain opens up. It starts learning faster and remembering longer. Replace fear with fun. Replace pressure with play. Replace punishment with reward. That's how you teach your brain to love learning. Think about what you love in life. If you love football, watch short clips in English. Learn words like goal, pass, and score. If you love music, learn 3 lines from your favorite song. Sing them out loud and feel the rhythm of the words. If you love cooking, read a simple recipe in English. Learn verbs like mix, boil, and taste. You'll remember them because you enjoy them. If you love travel, watch travel videos. Learn real words like ticket, airport, and hotel. When English connects to passion, your brain says yes. Joy turns study into play. The more fun you have, the faster you learn, because your brain loves pleasure, not pressure. Create your own joy menu. Write a list of English activities that make you smile. Each day, choose one and enjoy it for 5 minutes. Watch a funny clip. Read an easy story. Listen to a slow song. Learn one new word. Celebrate each moment you practice. This tells your brain English is happiness. The more your brain enjoys the process, the more it will help you remember. Never wait for big results to celebrate. Celebrate small wins. One new word. One full sentence. One clear conversation. Each time you celebrate, your brain releases positive energy. It connects joy with English and wants to return to that feeling again. Even a simple, "Yes, I did it," is powerful. You can clap, smile, or write a small note saying, "I learned something today." Those small victories build motivation. Motivation becomes habit. Habit becomes fluency. It all begins with small moments of pride. Let me tell you about Omar. He used to hate English because school made him nervous. He failed tests and lost confidence. Then one day he combined English with football, his favorite sport. He watched games with English commentary and learned simple words like goal and pass. He started shouting the words with excitement during matches. His brain connected English with energy, fun, and passion. Soon he didn't study English. He lived it through football. He moved to songs, videos, and conversations. English became his joy, not his fear. That's the secret. When your brain feels good, it learns fast. When it feels fear, it hides. So make English your comfort zone. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. Smile and say, "I'm learning." Your brain grows stronger when you learn with kindness, not criticism. Here's a simple weekly routine to build a brain that loves English. Monday, do one joy activity from your list for 5 minutes. Tuesday, talk to yourself in the mirror for 2 minutes. Wednesday, learn 3 song lines and sing them out loud. Thursday, shadow 2 short sentences from a podcast or video. Friday, write 1 sentence in your journal and celebrate with a smile. Saturday, watch a fun clip and learn 3 new words. Sunday, review your week and say, "I did it. I'm improving." Keep this light and steady. Your brain doesn't need force. It needs consistency and positivity. Over time, your brain will start connecting English with happy feelings. It will look forward to practice instead of fearing it. Remember, you're not just learning a language, you're teaching your brain to trust you, to grow with you, and to believe in you. Mistakes are proof that you're learning. Each one shows effort, courage, and movement, and your brain respects that. Say kind words to yourself. Replace "I'm bad at this" with "I'm learning every day." Speak with patience. Your brain listens. Here's a short daily love and voice routine. Minute 2, smile and say, "I will do a little today." Minute 2 to 5, enjoy your joy activity. Minute 5 to 7, shadow 2 short sentences. Minute 7 to 9, talk to yourself in the mirror. Minute 9 to 10, write 1 journal line and celebrate. That's it. 10 minutes of peace, joy, and learning. No stress, no fear, only growth and love for your progress. When you finish, say, "Well done. I did it." That small phrase builds confidence deep inside your brain. This is how you grow a mind that loves English. A brain that learns through happiness, learns faster, and remembers longer. Your inner voice becomes positive. Your confidence grows naturally. You start to believe that English belongs to you, bum, and that belief changes everything. You'll stop learning English as a task. You'll start living it as part of who you are. You'll speak with ease, listen with focus, and feel proud of every step because you trained your brain not just to study, but to love. Your journey starts now. Stay patient. Stay kind. Keep your joy alive, because when your brain loves English, fluency will follow. Take a deep breath. You've come far today. You've learned how your brain controls English, how small habits build power, and how joy fuels learning. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think. What does this mean for you today? Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. It means you already have everything you need. Your brain is ready. Your voice is waiting. You just have to take one small step each day. 5 minutes of English can change your life. 10 minutes of joy can train your brain to love this journey. Small actions create big results. Don't wait for the perfect day. Begin now. Speak one sentence aloud. Listen to one story. Write one short line in your journal. Each small action tells your brain, I'm serious. I'm growing. Your brain listens. It learns faster. It builds strength quietly, day after day. Soon, English will no longer feel like a subject you study. It will feel like a part of your daily rhythm, as natural as breathing. You'll start to notice it in your thoughts, your dreams, and your conversations. You won't have to force it. It will flow naturally. Remember this truth. Your brain is your greatest friend. It doesn't need pressure. It needs patience. It doesn't need perfection. It needs practice. Every time you choose consistency over fear, you win. Every time you choose effort over excuses, your brain gets stronger. It's okay to forget sometimes. It's okay to feel slow. What matters is that you keep moving. One sentence, 1 minute, 1 day at a time. One day you'll look back and realize how much you've changed. The person who once feared speaking English now speaks freely and proudly. You'll remember this moment when you decided to train your brain, not just study a language. That's where everything began. Because fluency is not a gift. It's a habit built with patience, joy, and love. It's the result of showing up for yourself every day. So, trust your process. Keep your joy alive, celebrate your progress, and let your brain do what it was made to do. Learn, grow, and shine. Before we end, I want to thank you for staying with me till the end. If this lesson helped you, please click like and subscribe. Your support helps Soulful English reach more learners around the world. You're not alone. We're all growing, one small step at a time. Tell me in the comments, what did you learn today? What's one small action you'll take to train your brain in English this week? Your words inspire others. Your story matters. When you share, you help another learner believe that they can do it too. So keep speaking, keep smiling, keep growing, because the English you dream of is already inside you, waiting to be awakened. Thank you for learning with me today. This is Soulful English, where we don't just study English, we live.